Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be checking out the Spigen Slim Armor Pro case for the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Right away, let's go ahead and talk about the price. This case is definitely on the pricier side with a price tag of $89.99. However, I believe there is a $10 coupon on Amazon that you can actually go ahead and check out. But again, even with the $10 coupon, $79.99 is still a pretty high price for a case, especially since you are able to get a case by Samsung, which actually includes the S Pen for the Fold, and that is $89.99 as well. But this one right here doesn't include it. So right away, let's go ahead and open this case up. So here we have the box. The box is very simple, very similar to all other Spigen cases. And right away, we see an image of what the case looks like. Plus it does have an image of the S Pen, but again, the S Pen is not included with this. You just have the slot to place the S Pen if you do own one. In the back, we don't get anything, just some information that you don't really need to read. And then to open it up, all we got to do is pull this tab right here and just take this little plastic pouch off. There is nothing else inside of here, as you can see. So that is it. That is what we get with this case. Let's go ahead and take this out of its plastic pouch. Here we have the case, and we also do get some extra adhesive with it. As you can see, these are the adhesive strips for the case, and that is so it can actually stick on to the phone a little better. Since the outer part, the outer display part, you're not able to really put a thicker case on it, so it can't really hold on its own. That's why they have adhesives included with it. So we do get this little advertisement thing. I guess there's a QR code to go ahead and check their other products out. We don't need that. And then we also have an installation plus another part of the installation which shows us how to place the S Pen if you do own an S Pen. So let's go ahead and separate this. All right, it's actually stuck onto there. So this is the outer display part, and this is for the inner display. It is a two-part case since it is a foldable device, and they also include this foam inside so it doesn't do any damage to the case if the outer package does get damaged. So right away, we can see that we do get hinge protection with this case, which is something I haven't seen in a lot of other cases. And I've actually unboxed two different cases for the Fold right now, and this is the first one with hinge protection. So let's go ahead and plop this to the side. I believe we already get adhesive pre-applied onto this case. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this adhesive out of the way. That is just some extra if you do mess up the adhesive, or if you do just take it off and place it on again and you want the adhesive to be at 100%, then you can go ahead and replace it if you do need to. So let's go ahead and check out the installation. So rear and front, we start from the inside. Actually, we start from the inside and then we place the outside in, and it just tells you to take off the adhesives. And then you can actually use additional ones, so you can actually use them even if you do already have the pre-applied adhesive on there, which I'm probably not going to be using right now. And then it shows you how to take it off, which is pretty simple. And then again, it shows you how to place the case on. So the one thing I'm actually wondering about is going to be how we place the hinge protection on. I think it just goes on there very simply. I'm not sure if we have to connect it to the other side, but let's just go ahead and try this out. So here is my Z Fold 4. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up and then place the outer part of the case. So let's go ahead and take the adhesive off. All right, that's one strip right there. That was the second strip. That's the third strip. Wow, we got a lot of adhesive on here. That is the, oops, almost ripped it off. Oh no. Oh, I might have messed this one up. It's fine if we don't get that part. It'll probably hold on with all the other adhesive. Let's go ahead and take that off and take this part off. So we've got almost all of it except for this one part, which I don't think I'm gonna be able to get since I don't have fingernails right now. All right, I think I got it. Might have messed it up a little, but that is fine. All right, almost there. Come on. All right, here we go. Oops, I actually accidentally took the adhesive off completely. So that is fine. Didn't really need to deal with that. Could have just left it. But let's just go ahead and plop this case on. So it goes on this side right here. So to place it on, we just got to get these sides in. Once we do that, we can slide the outer part, which we went ahead and did. So super easy to place the top part off if you can't get the adhesive right. And then it's actually doing some password tries right now. And let's get the other part in. No adhesive on this side as it doesn't need it, as it does have something it can clip onto. So just open that up and then place the case in, and then close it up and push down on this side where the hinge is. Once you do that, that is it. So here we have the case on our Z Fold 4. So let me go and get all these adhesive strips out of the way right here. All right, just go to move this. All right, so that is it. The installation is super easy, and my S Pen is actually somewhere which I don't know. And so let me just go ahead and show you from the instructions how to place it. All you gotta do is just push it in. Nothing serious about it. It's super easy. It is a pen that you just go ahead and place inside of here. But that is it for the installation. So let me go ahead and wipe down the screen real quick. All right. And now let's go ahead and check this case out. So this case is definitely bulky. The name actually says Slim Armor, but this is definitely not a slim case. This is a pretty thick case, especially with the S Pen area. The S Pen area is a little too thick. So I am a righty, and if I hold it with my left hand, the outer display, it is pretty easy to hold. But if I try and hold it with my right hand, which is what I use it with, it's gonna get a little harder once the S Pen is actually in there, since it's gonna be blocking my palm and I'm not gonna be able to set it on the side of the phone. It's gonna be covered by the S Pen. So I don't know if that's the best placement for this. They could have done it on the back somewhere maybe, but this placement, I'm not a fan of it. I'd probably go with the S Pen case that Samsung provides. However, we do get the hinge protection, and that is a really nice part. So if you don't want your hinge getting damaged, as most cases do have this area open, then you can go ahead and opt out for this case right here, as it'll actually protect it. You might think that it will actually just move on its own when you're using it, but it's on there and it will not move on its own. So if you do drop it on the hinge, then your hinge will be perfectly fine. Plus we get this nice texture on here and very minimal branding. It just says Spigen right there, which is really nice. So outer display wise, we are definitely protected and covered all the way. As you can see, we have a nice large lip, which is going to be protecting the outer display, so no issues there. The back is perfectly covered. We have a nice back plate. Plus we get a nice little lip on here, which actually covers all the cameras. So if you do manage to drop it on its back, then you won't be having any issues with that. So again, I'm not a huge fan of where they actually made the S Pen storage area, but for the people that wouldn't be bothered by that, you can go ahead and pick this case up, it's fine. But I personally wouldn't be rocking this case. So we also do get a cutout for our volume rocker and power button / fingerprint sensor, and it's really easy to access. I'm not sure how it's gonna work when the S Pen is in there, as I don't have my S Pen on me right now. I'm not sure where it is, but your thumb might be blocked a little, so you might have to set up your fingerprint sensor again for your thumb accordingly. So all the other cutouts are made perfectly. Speaker grill down here. We have our charging port plus our microphone, and then the top, it's the same for the top. So the case is actually not perfectly on the top right here. As you can see, it is actually extruding out a little. That is something that I wouldn't expect from Spigen, but let's go ahead and open this up now. So super easy to open up. And for the hinge, you might be wondering what happens over here. It actually folds on itself. As you can see, since it was able to move around, it actually folds on itself. So you still do get protection right here. It does cover some part of the outer display, which is a little annoying if you are going to be using the main cameras to take selfies, since that is a feature with the Z Fold. You probably won't be able to do that really well, as it's actually covering like a fourth of the display. So not much, but it'll still cover it up a little. So moving on to the inner display, I know it's a little dirty and I've got fingerprints on there, but that is fine. Again, we don't get a large lip actually covering the inner display, and that's mainly due to the fact that you're probably gonna have your phone closed when you do drop it. And if you do drop it when it's open, it'll probably just fall on its back, since you're probably not holding it in your hand and just walking with it opened up. So overall, No issues there. You'll still get the perfect protection from the outside since it's going to be covered up. However, one complaint is my case is actually extruding right here, as you can see. I'm not sure if it's due to me not having adhesive there, but it should have actually been a perfect fit. That is kind of annoying, but I guess it's fine for now. Again, as I said, this isn't the case of my choice. I would probably use a different case before using this one right here. So that is basically about it for this case. Again, when we close it up, the hinge actually moves in place. So I'm gonna go ahead and show it from this side. So I'm opening it up, and the hinge moves into the outer display. And when you're closing it, it actually moves back into its spot. So your hinge is perfectly protected at all times. So that is going to be wrapping it up for this video. Again, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe as it helps support the channel. And I will actually have a link down below for this product out if you do want to check it out. So see y'all in the next one.